Awakening the physical body. Give us a few seconds, we'll go live. It's coming. Alright, so we will start now. Heart greeting everyone, welcome you back in Ascension platforms with our Spiritual Sunday Empowerment Talk with our lovely Nada Sparkle. And we're sharing with you a series on understanding, on tools, on deepening your awakening and your improvement. So today topic about the physical body and specifically about electricity, a bit more on detoxing and water and empowering the physical body. All right, give us a few seconds just to share.
Sharing.
Yes. And hope the sound is good.
Okay. Share it on the groups.
Yes, and Nada now will dive straight into electricity, the nervous system, the detoxification of the system, and the water. What do you want to tell us about the nervous system, electricity in the system? How important?
Yeah, it is one of the most, well, all the systems in the body are very important. But the nervous system is the communication that happens inside your body. So I'm going to just explain it a bit in very simply about the nervous system and take you why it's very important to maximize the nervous system. So we have two parts of our nervous system. We have the peripheral nervous system and we have the central nervous system. So the central nervous system would be your spine and your brain. And the peripheral nervous system would be all your sensories. So for example, your sight, your hearing, your smell, your taste, and your feelings. So what happens is we receive information from the outside world through all our senses, and it goes into our nervous system to our brain. And then when our brain wants to communicate, or when our spinal column wants to communicate with the rest of our body, with the organs, it goes from the central nervous system out. So it's a wave of information that happens within us and with the outside world. And what's important about maximizing our nervous system is so we can get the right information. It's like, you know that game, the Chinese whispers. So if I'm whispering something to George and if he doesn't really hear it well, when he's transferring it to someone else, he's going to just get bits and pieces. But if he can fully receive everything I'm sharing with him, then he can transmit it as well in full truth. And this is how the nervous system works within us. So whatever we see, whatever situations around us, the way we see it, or whatever situations around us, the way we hear it, or the way we taste it, or the way we smell it, or the way we feel it, and we need to talk about the feelings on its own, is filtered through the nervous systems and whatever barriers or whatever closed receptors we have in our nervous system. So until our nervous system is fully activated, we're not really seeing the full picture. And there's so much more than meets the eye. Like, for example, lots of science have proven that different animals have different spectrums in sight. Like the cat can see much more than what a human can see. It's also because of the nervous system. So we have not yet tapped into the ability of the full capacity of our nervous system to see what our capabilities are all about.
So we can improve that.
Totally
Okay.
improve it. And what I've been doing on my journey is I'm really like looking at ways to maximize my nervous system. And what I found that when I'm on this journey of maximizing like every moment my nervous system, what I found is that I'm very present in the moment. What I found is I'm sharper with the way I think. I have much more clarity. My intuition has increased. And actually what I've also discovered is that my sensations have been more activated. So I'm having more joy in life. And it's like, it's as if like I'm making love to life all the time because I can feel the beauty in life in every single cell of my body. And when situations happen that used to stress me out or used to piss me off or used to make me upset or angry, I can now look at them as an observer because the filtering that comes through isn't limited with my receptors anymore. So I see it from a third eye's point of view. So what happens when you're in that state is that you're never involved in any type of drama. You're more looking at it like you're watching a movie. And then you can assess better on how to go forward. Because like they say, never make a decision when you're angry. And never make a decision when you're overexcited either. So because your nervous system would be overstimulated. So when you look at it from a third party's point of view, then you won't have any emotions erupting. And then what you can do is you'll have more clarity and you'll have more decisions in what you're going to do moving forward.
Beautiful. So that
Yeah.
means when you are more present and your nervous system much better in performance, you are able to actually act based on awareness rather than react out of distracted emotion or overdrive in certain way.
Yes, totally.
That's bring it an understanding that our nervous system actually, and the more we get in touch in our body and purify that receptive that you're talking about, we become more present and more even better in action in life.
Yeah, I like what you said about reacting. Like what I've discovered is that there's two ways to go about this. So we have the way we think and we have the way we feel. So when our nervous system is in relaxed state and fully activated, instead of reacting to things,
You choose.
we will be very diplomatic.
Yeah, we become like choice of action instead of just sudden reaction out of impulse of reaction of the emotion or overdrive or anything.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And also with the heart, like instead of reacting to situations that happen, you'll be more responsive. Like you can take and have like a diplomatic emotion around it.
And it's nice the word the responsive because it's like responsibility. Then you come as an action with the responsibility rather than just reaction out of an emotions. Yeah, beautiful.
And it is our responsibility to activate our nervous system. I'll give an example of like the house. Like, you know, in the house we have electricity everywhere. We have the light bulbs, we have, you know, the chargers, we have everything that we need for electricity, like in the kitchen, etc. But then there's only one dashboard with all the electrical units. And if that's not working, nothing will work fully. Maybe you'll have a bit of pieces in the house working and some aren't. But when the entire electric board is working fully, then everything is on supercharge in the house. And that's the same thing with our nervous system. It is the electricity in our body. And there's so many ways to activate and optimize your nervous system.
Beautiful. That now we are interested to hear what is how we can activate further this nervous system and what's the best way maybe or simple way to approach.
There are many ways, and what George and I always share are like tools that we've used in our personal life, what we've embodied. But there's so many different ways to go about this. The first thing I would say is you need to understand that the nervous system is electricity.
So electricity.
So what we put in our body is very important. So if we eat foods that turn off the electricity, then it's not really helpful for our system. But if we eat foods that are high in electrolytes, high in electricity, then we're actually harnessing and we're activating our nervous system more.
Beautiful.
And then the second thing would be the water. And we cannot stress more on how important
75% of our body.
75%
and
of
the
our
brain
body,
is like 85 water.
85% of our brain is water, and the brain is a fundamental organ for the nervous system. So drinking the right waters that are high in ions, positive ions. Yes.
Charged and ionized, yes.
Charged, ionized. But water that's high in alkalinity as well, and water that's been crystallized or preyed on, then this would really charge your nervous system.
And also high in antioxidant, which is the same. You're providing a good amount of good amount of electricity in the system, electron for all those the free radical that is attacking the nervous system or attacking the cells to be subside. And this is like anti-aging wisdom.
It's anti-aging, it's activating, it's everything good. You know, we have 6 senses, but we only use 5. We have, you know, we use our eyes to see, we use our smell, we use our taste, we use our sight, and we use our touch. But we have another sense, which is our feeling. And we can feel things through our nervous system. But with the wrong foods and the wrong water, we become numb. We become desensitized. So we're not sensitive enough to feel what's going on. And then when we eat the right foods and we drink the right water, our 6th sense opens up and we become sensitized again. And then we are in full capacity. Because we do have the 6th sense. So it's like, if you're not using it, it's like someone who's blind. Then they're not using one of their senses. It's that fundamental. So it also activates all your senses in the right way. Another way to optimize your nervous system is to meditate. We talked about this before and we can talk about it forever. Meditation is key because the world that we're in, like we're always with electronics. So with the laptops, we're with the iPads, there's always something happening on TV, there's always happening with the advertisements on the roads. So what happens is our nervous system becomes overstimulated. And when it's overstimulated, it's like a car that's on overdrive. So when you meditate, you bring back your nervous system to stillness. You bring it back to point zero. You bring it back to its original state. And then you can be in harmony with what's happening around you.
Beautiful. Yes, it's always we need whenever we overdrive on on our senses or our life or get stressed, we need to always come back and calm and recalibrate and recover the nervous system so we can keep functioning well.
Fully. And it is the whole point of functioning well. If our nervous system is not in a high, healthy state, then we don't have clarity in our mind, we don't have clarity in our body, and we're unable to make decisions, we're unable to move forward. And it's the type of people that, you know, if you feel stuck or if you're frustrated or you feel like you're going around in circles all the time, then something needs to happen with your nervous system to bring it back to its sharp ability to see, hear, perceive, and receive information so you can move forward.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We can add also about the water and electricity in the system.
Yes.
We are going to do a live demo on Tuesday. I've done a video about it, and we have also many videos about antioxidant and alkaline, as Nada was sharing about alkaline and antioxidant, and microcluster also. Yes, the Kangen water is the super water, and we've been blessed to be introduced this Japanese device. It's a medical device who produce super powerful water that has high alkaline, high antioxidants. So you antioxidant for all your free radicals, so your body get healthy. This is anti-aging. And also it has the microcluster where the molecule of the water become in sacred geometry shape, similar to this shape, 6 hexagonal, and that is one of the purest, most powerful flow of life force into the water, and also the water will be absorbed in our cells super fast. And we have a lot of video about this in our channels. You can go and see why antioxidant, why alkaline, why microcluster crystalline, we call it crystalline. And on Tuesday we're having full demo and will be streamed also if you want to watch it.
And maybe like in the comments here we can put like a link.
Yes, we'll add the link right now in the comment for all those videos, specifically for the antioxidant, because talking about electricity and how the free radical attack the cells and how we can increase the electricity in the system. And of course, we can also add about the microcluster. It's very important because it's so connected with the life force, you know, that we have energy. And the energy to flow in our system, how it's flows through the nature, you need a sacred geometry where all those molecules allow the life force to flow super high. That's one of the study of Masaru Emoto. It's a Japanese researcher who've studied about the water, and they discover all those spring water that has the healing ability that people travel around the world,
like Zamzam
and Louvre, all those healing water, they discover that has high charge ionized and has good alkaline, and it has microclustering because it goes through the mountain, and then in all the electricity, all the molecules will be charged, and we beautifully sacred geometry, and they picture it and they saw the sacred geometry of the molecules of the water. It's beautiful. We can also share one picture of these with you on the comment.
Yeah, water is important because we're made from water. Everything on the planet is made from water, and when we have the highest quality of water in our body, then we're charging the electricity. Always take your body like it's an organic machine, and it needs the right fuel. So the right fuel is the right food and then the right water. So if you want to look at different foods that bring in electricity, you would find a lot of lists. Like one of my favorites is cucumber. Just put cucumber in everything.
Yes.
Very high in electrolytes. So the foods that you eat, the water that you drink, but also just like a car or just like a laptop, sometimes it needs to rest. So your brain needs to rest because the brain is the machine. So the brain needs to rest, and meditation is key for that as well.
Recovery is important.
Recovery is very important, yeah. And to add to recovery, the good night's sleep. Like a lot of people sleep very late and wake up very early, but then you're not giving your nervous system the right time to sleep. So maybe sleeping early and waking up very early would be the key. Maybe waking up with sunrise, and then that would be the optimum state for your nervous system. Yes, because
the nervous system will follow the sun.
Yes. We're in harmony with the earth. We're in harmony with the cosmos. We're in harmony with the planets. So when we harmonize ourselves with what's happening around us, so sleep ideally is to sleep at sunset and then to wake up at sunrise. So I haven't done that yet. I don't sleep at sunset, but I do aim to wake up at sunrise, and then you know, I get the full night's sleep. And when you meditate and you eat the right foods and you drink the right water, what happens, the quality of sleep changes. You start having really deep sleeps. And of course there'll be astral travels and stuff. But what happens when you sleep well is like you're really resting your nervous system, and then it's ready the next day. Because if you take it over the years, like I'm 36 years old, if you take it over the years of every day having your nervous system stimulated, eventually something's going to crash. Just like a laptop, it's going to crash. But if you maintain it and you take care of it and you optimize it, then you can avoid many situations of emotional disharmony or mental disharmony or physical disharmony. So the nervous system brings you back to your natural state and activates all your superpowers, because your superpowers are in your psychic abilities, and it activates that through your senses to begin with. And then the next step with the nervous system is that, like we said earlier, is like we're not separated from everything. So when your nervous system is activated, you're in harmony with the earth. And then when you're in harmony with the earth, you're very well grounded, which we talked about in the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're grounded, it's easier for you to manifest effortlessly what you want in your life, because you're plugged into the server, you're plugged into the Mother Earth.
Beautiful. We're coming back to the manifestation. Yeah. It's very important, because all what we are doing here actually is awareness. Our soul, our consciousness want to experience life and manifest our desire, manifest the highest actually. So all those tools that we are sharing with you and understanding to bring you into your body, bring you physically in the earth, and bring that grounding on the earth, so manifestation becomes super fast. And as part of other people understand this law of attraction, same things. Manifestation is beyond the law of attraction. You actually co-create with the universe when you are grounded and when your body and your soul are in a line, and your law of attraction in that sense or manifestation become at the optimum. It's beautiful you share that. Yes, it's very, very important, guys. And of course, I would really suggest for the water to come and watch our live demo. We'll explain a lot of nutritional tips and a lot of anti-aging wisdom, and we're going to do a demo and demonstration on the water, on the alkaline, on the how to clean the vegetable, and how that the water can benefit the body.
Yeah.
Yes. And what else you want to share more?
Oh, I can talk forever.
Yes, of course.
I love to share knowledge and tools. But one other thing that I would really like to talk about is the spine. So the nervous system channel is the spine. And with the way we sit, like in the office, or the way we drive, so our spine is not in alignment, it's not straight. So what happens, the spinal fluid doesn't flow up and down effortlessly. And that's when people start having back problems, or that's when, the liquid gets drier in the spine. So what you want to do is to optimize the flow of the liquid in your spine. And there's many ways to go about that. Like I would recommend Qigong, I would recommend yoga, and even when you're meditating, make sure that you're sitting in an upright posture or lying down. So pay attention to the way your spine is at every moment. And one thing that I do every day that I feel that has really benefited me and my nervous system is I bring in oxygen from the earth. So I breathe in, and then I hold my what's that muscle called?
Perineum.
Yeah, the perineum muscle. And then I visualize the energy going through my spine, going around me.
Beautiful.
And this, I feel, starts moving the liquids in the spine. So taking care of the spine, the alignment of the spine, and what happens with the spinal fluid is also vital for the nervous system.
This exercise, what she shared with you, is one of the essential exercise that I've been studying and we've been doing together here. Every time we come here and we do our own practice, the family practice, we do this breathing. There is many ways to call it. The way that I learn about it is called active and passive. So basically is when you are inhaling, similar what was Nada sharing with you, you inhale, stretching up and imagining on the spine the energy going all the way up, and then exhaling, and you circulate, and you find yourself after a while the energy starts circulating, and that will support the nervous system and support the energy in the nervous system and in the spine. It's very powerful breathing exercise, and same time for the energy, and it's very famous. I guess it's available on Qigong, it's available in yoga, so that means this exercise is very, very beneficial.
And it's very ancient, like the ancients used to use it too. Yeah.
Yes. So if you want to understand this, we have a couple of videos on the morning practice, you can see them. Or basically, as we just mentioned right now, just sit there and imagine, as Nada was saying, breathing the oxygen and breathing the energy with the oxygen going into your spine and then circulating. And after a while, even if you didn't feel it right now, keep doing it. After a while, you witness there is a current of energy moving around you, and that's why you're activating your energy channels and your nervous system got into higher capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful exercise.
It's amazing, and once you start really feeling, it's like anything in life. The first time you do it, you'll feel a bit of a difference, but with continuous practice, like a supplement, I always say, if I need to take omega-3, I'm not gonna feel a difference from the first pill, but maybe on the 10th pill, I'll start feeling, yes, this omega is benefiting the cells in my body. So if you do these tips like on a regular basis, they're very small, they're very minor, and you have the ability to do them every day. So when you do this, you'll start realizing in like maybe 5 days, 6 days, that there's a big difference with the way you start receiving information, with the way you perceive things, with the way you're standing, with the way the world is reacting to you. So you'll start noticing the changes in a very short period of time.
Absolutely. Practice, consistent, that is the key to receive the result. You need to do it and practice it and go with it and feel it, and then you find yourself, you unlocked of your power, of your potentials.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful.
And then it gets really exciting after that.
Yeah, and then more, of course. And we have a lot of story of how we feel the energy, how the healing happens, how the many insight and the guidance we receive. Like our channels recently opened very wide, and every time we receive a lot of excitement to share with you, we receive it from the universe because of those energy opened.
And we can receive it through the nervous system because, again, that's the channel of communication.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, I guess it's lovely, it's good, and the length is good. So we are preparing for also the next Sunday, continue the topics, and we'll share with you. Thank you for sharing the loves and the hugs. How, Mom, change your mic position? You are deriving our looks. I think that he's talking about the microphone. Oh, I will check it again. It's okay. Thank you for the comment, and for people who joined, and see you for the next Sunday with continuation, either on the physical body. We'll see what this topic will come through, or maybe we'll jump into the emotional body also, start blending between the two aspects. Much love to you. Thank you, Nada, for sharing all this beautiful knowledge and the tips. See you soon.